Ryan's on the call, we'll just use the master audio. So.
Oh, I'm recording this too. I have a tape recorder. I have a cassette right next to me. And I don't know that it's picking up anything you guys are saying because this is going in my headphones.
No, I have your apartment bug. So
yeah, you and every other liberal in the country. Also, I might be walking around during the set, bro. It might be a walk around
during the set. Yeah, dude, calling a podcast a set rocks.
Yeah, dude, I'm bombed. I had a good set. I had a good set on my fucking podcast with the boys, you know?
Clay, what's going on, man?
Dude, not a whole hell of a lot. I was extremely hungover this morning, and so I went and got lunch with my mom, and then I threw up.
Nice.
No.
And then I was like, oh, cool, I'm just gonna go back to bed now. So I just woke up from a nap.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Did you throw up at the place where you went out to eat? I love your background, by the way. You have an AOC background.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Dude, you guys look really good together.
Sometimes, if the angle's right, you'll see 50 Cent pop out. There he is.
Oh, there he is. It's kind of like a holographic card.
Wait, so are these cutouts you have in your home?
No. The one's a digital background. But
Ryan, was that a real question or a bit?
Yeah, because the 50 Cent clearly is a cutout.
Yeah, that is.
Oh,
so
the 50
like,
Cent's a cutout.
Yeah, I was like, is it AOC one? Do you just have a cardboard AOC?
No, it's a Zoom background.
That'd actually be really freaky if I had one.
Yeah, you'd be on a list.
Yeah.
List of guys who are into Hispanic women or Latinx women, whatever the fuck you call them now. Whatever the fuck the liberal media wants to
dipping your toe back in this debate.
Yeah.
I don't get what you don't understand about it.
Well, because it used to be Hispanic for so long, and now it's Latinx.
It's still Hispanic is still okay. It's just
why'd you yell at me that way?
No, I didn't yell at you. I was trying to.
See, this is the problem.
Something.
This is the problem with
There's
being
no
an
problem.
ally. Is sometimes other allies.
There's absolutely no problem.
I'm so sick of getting yelled at by other allies.
No.
It's starting to make me feel like you guys are enemies, and I'm the only real ally. Because I'm down for the cause. Okay, I'll have sex with 1,000 Latinx Hispanic women to prove how into the cause I am. Oh fuck. Sorry.
Doesn't Latinx, isn't it genderless? Isn't that the whole
Latinx, and that's an American. That is an American term, and that does mean genderless, a genderless Latin person of Latin descent. But it's not. That's not used.
You got me rubbing my damn hands together.
Have you guys ever heard somebody pronounce it Latinx? And
Hey,
so upsetting.
Guilty as charged. I'll throw out a Latinx. That's my favorite basketball team, the Minnesota Latinx.
When Tommy dyed his hair black, people kept calling him a Latwinks.
That's my favorite candy bar, a Latwinks. No, Ryan. There's people, Latinos.
Break it down for me, brother.
This is like the third time I've seen this.
Okay, Hispanic encompasses Spain, Latin people from the U.S., and then also certain parts of South America, depending on how they identify, how they see themselves. But then other parts of South America, they're just like, no, we're just Latin.
Is Chicano still okay?
Spanish people.
I don't think so. It doesn't feel okay.
Spanish people are Hispanic and never Latin. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like
right.
So are Hispanic people of European descent?
Listen, I shouldn't be.
None of us should be.
The token Latino on the podcast.
As the white passing Latino on the show, me, Tommy Bear, which thanks for listening. Hispanic people are, they're from Europe, Spanish people who also can be Hispanic.
See, Tommy, you're not keeping the story straight.
I'm keeping it very straight.
It's not.
Imagine a Venn diagram. Okay.
Yeah.
I have one in my mind.
You have a Venn diagram of Latin and then Spanish.
Looks like a pair of tits.
Nice.
It's a huge pair of boobs.
I'm just picturing boobs.
Yeah, you have a picture a tit.
Ayo, where do
picture a pair of Latin boobs as a Venn diagram.
Could somebody draw the nipples in on this Venn diagram? I'm trying to jack off.
Listen, listeners. Write in this this sexy Venn diagram.
Yes.
Excuse me, teacher. Where are the nipples at on these things?
So a Venn diagram of Latin and Hispanic, and in the middle you can have like Spanish people, Mexican people, and then some other countries and stuff like that. I'm not an expert, okay?
Yeah.
I just read. I'm just a guy who read tweets and retweets. So
Can I say this? If I ever have conjoined twins as children, I'm going to name them Venn diagram.
nice.
I said Venn diagram with the B.
Let's
Naming
intro the
only
pod
one
here.
of them.
Can we start the podcast?
Yeah. That's enough fucking preamble right there.
Tune in next week when we talk about the exact same thing again, where we have to explain this to Ryan again.
I've already forgot.
Also, if I'm wrong, write in, because I could be incorrect. Again, I don't really know shit, so this is what I think, what I remember.
I mean, there's just absolutely no reason for us to be having this conversation. So
Do you know what I was
listen,
thinking?
man, if Tommy's wrong, I don't want to be white.
I'm Ali Wong.
yeah.
I was thinking about this, like if they ever make college free, to just like slowly get like a PhD in like women's studies, take like 3 credits a semester.
Yeah.
And then one day I'm like 55 years old and I'm like, yeah, I'm actually a doctor in women's studies,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
just slowly chip away at it.
Just become Lena Dunham over like a period of 25 years.
Secretly and quietly.
You're turning into Hannah Gadsby. Yeah. Well, welcome to the We Cool podcast, everybody. The boys are
Hannah Gadsby.
Hannah Gadsby.
Graduates.
We got the bitch respecter sitting in. He was supposed to replace Ryan, who is dying of COVID as we speak. But
Ryan texts us. He goes, "I don't want to do the podcast today. I'm sick." And we go, "That's fine, buddy. Get well, okay? Get better."
Mm-hmm.
And then 1 minute before, Ryan goes, "Hey, I'm gonna hop on the call," and it's like, awesome, hell yeah,
dude.
Also,
yes, Ryan, wild card.
Not sure how long my phone battery is gonna last, so if I unexpectedly drop off, that's probably why, because I didn't charge my phone, because it was last second.
What I said was true.
Yeah.
Verified by Ryan himself.
Yeah. Exhibit A, Your Honor.
Yep.
But yeah, thanks for being on the podcast, though, Clay.
Yeah, I love
thank you,
coming
Clay.
through.
Welcome
So
back.
much fun. Yeah.
Sorry you're feeling a little hungover. Wait, I'm sorry, you didn't answer, or we got sidetracked. Did you throw up in the?
Oh no, we
restaurant
drove
you and your mom?
home. We
Nice.
drove home, and then my mom was like, "Oh, I'm gonna run inside and go to the bathroom," and I was like, "Oh, all right. Well, then I'll stay outside." And then I like just threw up all
Outside?
all over my yard.
Dude, your neighbors are just like, God, the fucking 24-year-old guy who lives, he's puking outside his mom's house.
Again.
Yeah, but they're
look at the neighbor. Look at him go.
He's smoking a Marlboro Red and
Marlboro 100.
a Marlboro 100 and puking outside.
Every time I take a drag, I just start hacking.
Projectile vomiting between drags.
Yeah, dude.
Where did you go to eat, and what did you have?
Oh, I went to the 50s Grill in Brooklyn Center.
Oh, nice, man.
Dude, it is so good there. I hadn't gone since like my grandpa died.
Yeah. Since they desegregated
10 years ago. Yeah. And so me and my mom went, and both of us just started like crying because we have so many memories there. Like my grandpa died there for the first time.
Yeah, hungover, crying, just shaking, trying to get that next sweet potato fry into your mouth.
Yeah, I'm having a vanilla malt.
Yeah.
The waitress keeps coming back in the poodle skirt, and she's like, "Why are there 2 fat people crying at this table right now?"
I don't understand. They have food. Usually they don't cry.
This is the only time I've seen 2 fat people cry with food in front of them.
Yeah.
And then
He's eating a malt.
One of the coolest things though is when you go to the bathroom and you go take a piss in the urinal. There's a picture of Marlon Brando over the urinal, and I just like feel like that's not an accident at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels like you're pissing in Marlon Brando's front.
That
Yeah.
is that's the guy who would probably have some toilet cams, right? Marlon Brando. He was a little sicko, wasn't he?
Was he a little
Maybe.
sicko like that? I know that he was sucking Richard Pryor off. but
Yeah.
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 I don't know. I mean,
I think he was a weirdo. I love
That's the
Tony.
coolest thing about Marlon Brando, by the way.
I love
It's not his performance in The Godfather. It's that he domed up Richard Pryor.
yeah, it was his progressive thoughts and actions that really
Mhm.
catapulted him into being one of the greatest greatest men alive.
say what you will about 2022, but it is pretty rad that you were just like, yeah, he sucked Richard Pryor's dick, and all of us were like, yep, yeah, totally.
That
Yeah.
rules.
What?
It's fucking sick, dude.
Dude, you mentioned that in the 50s diner, you're getting your ass kicked out, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, sorry. I was gonna say James Dean was gay like that too, though. It was cool.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah. That they were like what I like to call 1950s gay, where and I've said this to Ryan before, where you kind of 1950s gay, that's where you kind of just like beat the shit out of another guy in an alley somewhere until you guys end up making out in the rain,
Mhm.
but it always starts in a bloody fight.
Yeah.
And that's how you fall in love.
Mhm.
I'm just talking about that meal with your mom. It's goddamn. It's so like I have so many memories of just being so hungover, eating with my parents, and I'm just like I'm not gonna make it out of this one. Just sweating and like shaking. Just Jesus Christ,
Oh yeah. Like having to run to the bathroom because the only thing in your stomach is just like liquid.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
old vodka. I remember being like that in church, like in high school with my parents sometimes. And I'd just be like, how the fuck do they not know that I just reek of alcohol right now? What I
Just
realized
sweating.
now is like, they did know. Like, there's
Yeah.
no way. Like, I covered it up. I brushed my teeth.
Yeah. Like just stoked for the Eucharist so you can like, bite the hair off the dog or whatever, however that saying goes.
Bite the hair off. The
Is that how it goes?
dog,
Bite
you-
the hair of the
dog.
dog?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hair of the dog that bit you.
Hair of the
Yeah.
dog that bit you.
Yeah.
Hey, pass the dog, man. I gotta bite a hair off that thing.
Hey,
I'm
pass-
feeling hungover.
That's that dog hair, brother.
And
Yeah.
the priest holds up a little dog. And, it's like, and this is Jesus's mutt.
Give me that
shit.
And it will be given up for you.
How
Yeah,
are
that's the church I went to as a child. Is the priest would hold up a dog and go, "All right, everybody, this is God now, so we have to worship this poodle."
This is the goodest boy.
Yeah.
How are the roast, you guys?
What?
Because Clay,
What?
you had a roast, and then Ryan and Grant also roasted each other.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
Oh,
did.
you guys had a roast yourself?
Yeah, me and Grant roast
yeah.
each other on Wednesday. It was good, man. They didn't declare a winner, but
Mm-mm. I think I kind of snuck in there because Courtney declared me the winner afterwards. But
yeah, my ex-girlfriend did declare you the winner. So
pretty
That's
Yeah,
weird.
she also said it before the roast
Yeah.
started too. So
and for your information, Grant, she's been calling me a loser for years. So that meant nothing.
It was default win, dude. I'll take it. No,
was it
yeah.
fun? Were there some good laughs? Was it?
It was fun. I think
Yeah.
we got after each other pretty good, but we ended friends, or at least
the end-
cordial
in the
associates.
In the end, we found ourselves alone in an alley and started beating
Fighting
the
in
shit
the
out of
rain.
each other.
1950s gay, dude.
Just
Hell
beating
yeah.
the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
No, it was good, man. It was good. I was expecting that Ryan would probably not like be talking to me at this point after the roast, but it was good, man. It was good.
Yeah.
We had
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And people responded well when you called Grant a pedophile multiple times.
Yeah. The third time,
Good. That makes me
It was
happy.
less, but the first two it crushed both times. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, was
Because
that
Grant-
you? Was that your line, Tommy? The pedophile line?
No, that's Ryan called me up and pitched me that, and I was like, "That's awesome." Calling your friend a pedophile in front of multiple strangers has got to be one of my favorite things.
And
Yeah,
the-
it's
the
funny
It really
too,
warms
because
my heart.
people would look at each other after I said it and they're laughing. And they're pointing at Grant and going, he does look like a pedophile. He does look like someone who would molest a handicapped child.
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah. And then Grant legally at the end of his set had to tell everyone in the audience
Had
that
to
he
go
is
through
a
the
sex
bar.
offender.
Yeah. You had to pass out a piece of paper.
No, it was we both had some good lines, and the fun thing about Ryan calling me a pedophile is it was kind of like a fail safe, because he would do his whole roast and then at the end just add on like, oh, and also he's a pedophile.
Yeah, this is unrelated to
which
the
is
roast,
just
but
like really tight writing,
Yeah,
so it's
smart.
hard to come back from that. It's really hard to come back from something like that.
Nice.
Yeah. But how about you, Clay? You did the roast battle in Minneapolis last night.
It did not go well for me. It did not fare in the favor of the kinder soul.
Who was the other comic?
I don't even remember his name. I just know his first name was Ethan, and I feel bad for not remembering anything else. But
that's like the most disrespectful thing.
Yeah,
that's like the biggest roast itself. To show up to a roast, you're roasting another guy, and you're like, "Yeah, I have no idea who you are, and I don't give a shit." And it's like, well, now that hurts even more, man.
Yeah.
Whatever happened last night, you just won right here, right now.
Right.
Because to take an L that bad on a podcast that nobody listens to, like he's below us. We just dunked on him that bad. Come on.
Wow. Yeah.
Was it a podcast?
It was cool though.
This is a podcast.
This is the podcast.
Oh.
Tommy, this is a podcast that we're doing.
I thought this was a set.
been.
I thought we were doing 5 real quick and then hopping on. Wait, where did you? I'm sorry. It
was a roast
you're
battle
good.
show.
Yeah, it was a roast battle show that I heard about at 2 p.m. yesterday.
Yeah.
That I was asked if I could do it, and then they were like, "You're roasting a guy you don't know," and I was like, "I don't want to be too mean." Because I feel like that'd be not fun for both of us. And then I wrote some jokes and they weren't great. They were all about him being short, but he's taller than I am. so because he just looked incredibly short in all his pictures. So when he showed up and he was taller than me, I was like, oh well, this is gonna go poorly.
Is Grant did the same? Grant called me. He had like 2 jokes about how Ryan is short. And I'm like, those are really good, man. But you're also just like the same guy.
Yeah.
No. I've declared myself taller than Ryan, and
it doesn't
been
make
confirmed.
It true.
It's been confirmed by like 2 to 3 other people in the scene. So
it feels like you're taller, but
I'm an intellectual giant, so
that's true.
That adds at least a 1/4 inch to my height.
Genius.
Nice.
You do have intellectual gigantism. And one day the weight of the top part of your brain will fold in on itself like the knees of an NBA center.
Have you guys seen The Hills Have Eyes?
Yeah.
My head is like that guy who's got like a long ass head in the back. He's got like rested on a fucking prop. That's my brain, dude.
Stewie Griffin's head.
Yeah. Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold, ass having motherfucker.
Real quick, you know what a fun bit to do is? If you have cats, you can do this, and you have company over. You go, I'm gonna get some water, and then you pour water into your cat's dish, and you just start drinking it out of the dish in front of your friend. I've been doing this with women that come over to my place.
It's the last thing they see.
You like pick it? You pick it up?
No, I put it on like the kitchen
ground?
counter, and then I bend over and start flapping it out. And I go, this dish could be you later if I play my cards right. If I play my cards right, I could maybe eat your pussy tonight.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying by doing.
I think you should move the dish,
to
your bedside table, and then when you bring a woman over, you're like, "What's going on here?" Be like, "Oh, well, sometimes in the middle of the night I get thirsty." Just kind of.
What about like?
Well, I get thirsty sometimes at like 3 a.m, so I need to drink water, and this works.
Well, just sipping it like a bowl of soup,
Yeah,
like you wake up in the night and you're just
with the spoon.
Yeah. Spoonfuls of water. That sounds like the name of like a punk band or an emo band. Spoonfuls of water.
Mhm.
or like a postal service album or something.
Yeah. Why does
That
that
should be the
phrase?
band that we should start, because Clay's I just found out Clay's a awesome musician. That song you put out on SoundCloud,
That was amazing.
that neutral
Oh.
Milk Hotel cover. I
Your
like,
voice is so good, dude.
I was like laughing. I
thanks.
commented on your TikTok and I'm like, dude, this is awesome, but I was like laughing at how much I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I spent too much time on it.
No, you didn't.
So I did the TikTok where it was like I played like the first part of the song or whatever, and someone
Yeah.
commented, they're like, you should make a cover, and I was like, oh yeah, that'd be kind of fun, that'll be pretty easy. And then like 3 days later I was like, oh well, it's done. And then I like
Yeah.
I like spent like too many hours on it, like a long time, like for 3 days.
I don't know. I say a good amount of time for go listen to this song. Pause this episode.
Here, maybe I can. Is it in your Instagram?
It's on SoundCloud.
Oh yeah, it's on my SoundCloud.
What's your SoundCloud name? Maybe I can pipe it in right now.
I think it's still I think it's Clay PNG.
But the TikTok is like you came over to watch like
Clay
what
_
movie?
PNG. Yeah, it's a
Okay.
point of view. You came over to watch Taxi Driver.
Yeah, and then like Guy is playing Neutral Milk Hotel, which is like that's a funny TikTok. But then everyone in the comments was like, "Yeah, no, release this song now. This is good."
Yeah, it's like tagging their friends or being like, "This was actually good. Actually, why is this not? Can you do it for real?" And so
Why is this
it was-
good?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve. when it
Yeah.
comes to,
Fucking awesome, dude.
No, but we can
doing
get
things.
you and Ryan can be the front man
Mhm.
of the band. I'll hop
Tommy-
on drums. I'll take my ass on drums.
I'll play drums too. And
All
then
right, so two drums,
we'll
two
fill
drums.
that out.
Front man.
two guys on drums in the back, and me and Grant are sharing the same set. Clay's on guitar singing, and then Ryan's just also singing backup.
Well, no. I don't sing. I do auto-tune speeches before every
Like
before every
hype-
song.
Yeah.
hype up speeches.
Yeah, I go, for too long our people have been subjugated. But it's
Yeah.
like in auto-tune,
And I'm
Yeah.
sitting on Grant's lap on the drums.
Yeah.
He has
Yeah.
one stick. I'm holding the other stick.
You're
Let me-
steering, he's driving. Yeah.
It's really hard to find a rhythm.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Ryan has the runaway like vocal solo at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
huge.
fucking Kanye does, where he's just like yelling into a microphone.
Yeah, Ryan's.
Can you guys hear this right now? Can you hear it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Dude, he nails the guitar. You nailed the guitar.
Why is your voice good, dude? I mean, it sounds good on a podcast, but you sound like a singer in a band.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, that's
dude.
what I did before I got into like comedy.
Dude, it's so
Really?
funny you're good
Yeah.
at music. I don't know why.
Dude, and he's like a classically trained dancer as well.
Yeah. It's the most hilarious stuff in the world.
It's
to
so
me.
funny.
Yeah,
It is
I
funny
can-
that
I can also act.
Hell
Clay,
yeah.
you're like you
Quadruple
truly are the image of like a modern Renaissance man, and in a way, I think that's everything wrong with society.
Yeah, I like this. Yeah,
No,
no.
you're-
That
Clay's
sounded
like
a
acting
fortune
reel
cookie.
is accidentally gonna get released somehow. It's gonna get leaked. He's gonna be like, "Oh, this is so embarrassing," and it's like, "How are you speaking fluent Chinese? How are you? How have you memorized all of Shakespeare?
Amazing. This man speaks Chinese, and it's not even racist.
This man performs Shakespeare in Chinese."
Yeah.
I just started learning Chinese on Duolingo.
Dude, whenever
you-
I see
Can we get a taste?
Yeah.
What you got?
Yeah. Here, pretend like I just joined the call. All right, ready?
All right. Hey, what's up, dude?
Ni
What's up?
hao. That's all I got so far.
Okay.
I can't.
Okay,
memorize
that's
it.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good, man. I think I just learned a little bit myself just now.
Tommy, why don't you go for it?
All
Why
right,
don't you
pretend
why
I-
don't you do what you think Chinese is?
All right. Well, pretend I just hopped on the call.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
Oh.
What's up, Tommy?
Oh no, I'm joking.
Oh no.
Sorry,
No, because we
I
don't
already
have
forgot
separate
what Clay
tracks.
said.
We don't have
Don't-
separate tracks on this one.
Sorry, I
Start with that exhale.
Sorry, I forgot what Clay said, and I only knew the first sound.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I guess I'm not as good as Clay is right now.
Yeah.
So
Clay's pretty good. So
I apologize.
Buongiorno.
yeah.
I had Ryan, you were talking about seducing ladies with your cat bowl move.
Yeah.
It kind of I was I was scouring the web as I'm wont to do.
As you do, man.
Mm-hmm. And
Did you see the accusations
Against you?
Yeah, that's.
Did you see the accusations against you?
Well, they're accusations that I've made against every woman I've ever slept with.
No, I came across this blog poster, an article on an online publication called Pink Villa, and it's 3 ways to say sorry to your wife. Now we're all some dudes I feel like who could benefit from an article like this. Maybe maybe not now, maybe in the future at some point.
Hey, there's only
number
one.
one.
There's only one way to say sorry to your wife, and it's I'm hitting my fist against my hands for the listeners. I'm making a domestic violence joke. If you're listening to this, I'm
coming in at number 3, Borat voice. You go, my wife. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's. I just want
coming up. Number 1 is saying sorry in Chinese. Have you thought about
Clay, take it away.
Clay, take it away.
Ni hao.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you just have a fight with your wife? Did it be your biggest night? The answer most probably will be a no. Fighting with your wife can undoubtedly be one of the worst experiences of your life.
I hear that, brother.
Just a guy who said this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me is to have an argument in my relationship.
This guy who wrote this article, he figured out that if he apologized to his wife one time and it made everything better, and he's like, this is genius, fellas.
Or he's
I gotta let the boys know that if you just say sorry.
No, I think this guy's writing this article as an apology to his wife. Like he's gonna show her this and be like, I mean, come on.
What's the guy's name who wrote this, Grant?
All right,
Grant Winkles.
Maybe I should have screened this beforehand. His name is not screened it, just known this. His name is Musbah Hashmi, and he's writing from Mumbai, India. So I guess that could maybe.
That's kind of sick.
Okay.
This is the.
Not only because you are the one who is at the receiving end of her raging fury, but also because to see her breaking down at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Breaking down at the end of the day. Sorry. So
coming up at number 2, just let her drive the car sometimes. Okay. Hey, that's their culture. It's not part of mine. All right.
So here, wrapping our preamble here. So if you are disheartened by that sad and upset face of your wife, but don't know how to step up and say sorry, here are a few ways that will help.
That's awesome.
With this sad and upset face, come on.
Is that Italian?
Yeah, I'm not gonna do
an Italian voice for this guy?
Yeah.
This was written by a guy in Mumbai, Italy.
I'm from Mumbai, Italy.
Come on, with this sad and upset face.
Come on, you're very upset. Your wife is very upset. You gotta say sorry.
You're breaking it down on me.
Here's number 1. Accept your mistake. A fight can never be one-sided. All of us end up uttering ugly words and aggression and don't realize it for a long time. So if you think it's only your wife who is to be blamed for the fight, think again. It's important to accept mistake if you want to diffuse a fight, be it about screaming as a reaction or just forgetting to do something minor. Whatever it is, just accept it. Simple acceptance will make your wife's anger melt away within seconds, and soon after, she will be the one apologizing for overreacting or dragging things. It's not that complicated.
This guy
fucking
sucks.
gaslight our wives,
Yeah.
dude.
Dude,
You
Found
say
out
you're
that
sorry.
owning up to his irresponsibility was like fucking immediately like he's not the problem anymore.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
literally ends with soon enough she'll be saying she's sorry to you
Listen,
because you're
babe,
such a good man. You're
babe, I'm sorry I cheated on you with your best friend. But now that I've said that, maybe you want to apologize to me for walking in, not knocking or texting me before you got home.
Can I say something?
Yeah,
And this is an earnest
Say
question.
it. Say it.
Ryan, did you write this article under an Indian name? I just want to.
Yeah, I mean, this is my strategy. It's just
Ryan,
yeah,
are you a published Indian author? I just
yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Wait, is this
Cool,
what journalism is? Is this what
Yeah.
writing is? Is this what it is? If I get to write about,
It's just journaling. It's right in the
being a-
name.
That's what
Dude.
journalism is.
you just write shit down, and that
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
I
is
should
it-
start writing articles on how to like not get caught smoking weed by your mom.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is journalism just
GT.
bad advice now on the internet?
It's always been bad advice, man. Don't let the fucking media make you think otherwise. Oh, vote for Joe Biden. He's gonna save you. Yeah, right.
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah.
How about this? Shut the hell up.
media?
Shut up,
Why doesn't the
idiot.
media just shut
Why don't you
up?
just shut the fuck up, dude.
Shut the fuck up.
this is how this one ends. It's not that complicated after all, or is it? I don't know.
What?
You're writing the article.
Yeah.
Surprise her. That's number 2. Surprise her.
Jump out. Jump out from behind a wall.
Scare
and go,
scare
"I'm
your
sorry."
wife and then apologize immediately after.
Does he have the technique in there where you say you apologize, but then you say, "But what I did was pretty funny." There you go. I'm sorry I did that, but it was kind of funny when I did it.
Seeing that in here. What he does have are like awesome Getty images of like fighting couples. Just to
Yeah.
make the point. The best way to apologize to your wife is to surprise her. Take her on a date or randomly surprise her with her favorite things with a simple note that reads, "Sorry." The sweet, loving gesture of yours will make your wife forget all the grudges and end the fight right away. It's not the materialistic things that matter. It's the thoughts and your feelings that do, which I don't know. This feels like a sitcom misstep, a classic.
Yeah, this feels
Yeah.
like Indian King of Queens wrote this.
Totally.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Indian King of Queens. How you doing?
Yeah.
Also, Getty images. Do you know why they call it Getty images? Because you can easily get those images, man. They're for everybody.
Giddy those images.
You can Getty those images. They're for the public. They're easily.
I actually-
accessible.
I thought it was called Getty Images because you got to giddy up and get some of those
You
images.
gotta Getty up and download some of those fine pictures.
Yeah.
Damn, I did not know that's why they were called that, Tommy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yep.
I thought that had to do with Abraham Lincoln, to be completely
Yeah,
honest.
Gettysburg
Uh,
Address.
Yeah, man. I was like, oh, cool. They make pictures now.
Yes, sir.
Lincoln's making pictures now. What the hell?
What about Cowboy Abraham Lincoln and he's giving the giddy up address?
Mhm.
And he's got like a boy hat.
Yeah.
Whenever I see some Getty images of a cat, I'm like, what is this? Is like a kitty image? Come on now. Get
Yeah.
the fuck out of my face.
Dude, we should be
I'm
rappers.
Indian King of Queens.
Yeah.
This is all a note that you leave your wife. Sorry. I said I'm sorry. Okay, so that was number 2. And here's number 3 of the 3 ways to apologize to your wife.
Mhm.
Help her in the daily chores.
Oh.
Do you know what the problem with this is? Is that it's like, sorry, not to be like, it's like her daily chores, and you should help her with the, not to be like, oh, sorry, I'm a male feminist. And what Ryan says, the best kind of feminist. But it's like
It
these are her daily. It's like, no, it's everybody's chores that you partake in. You're not helping her.
Yeah.
You together are doing.
No,
it.
no,
Just-
Tommy.
just
No,
'cause you
I'm
do
just saying,
something
like
around
this
the
article's
house.
sexist.
No,
I know.
If Tommy,
I know I'm making
Tommy.
jokes saying, "Oh, I'm Indian King of Queens," blah blah blah. But
Tommy, can I just say one
this article
thing?
is sexist. I'll say it. Listeners, write in.
Listen,
Get on my side.
hey, they might both be our chores, but if your wife's doing them, they're her chores. They're
Ryan,
her chores.
you wrote
Jerry.
this article.
Jerry, they're her chores. She's
They're not their chores. They're our chores, Jerry. We do it in this household. We do the chores together.
They're not my chores, Jerry. They're our
They're
chores.
chores.
She does the chores. They're her chores.
Okay, let's get into this.
Indian Seinfeld. What's the deal with my wife now? Wanting to do all the chores.
But I don't want to get an arranged marriage. I told you. I want to date a white woman. And I want to do comedy too.
I want to date a white 12-year-old woman.
Okay.
Nice.
And now I'm just imagining like George, like Indian George being like, Jerry, I said send Bob's and she did. She sent them. She sent them? Yeah, she sent them. What are you gonna do? I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
We should start the Twitter account.
Yeah.
I gotta go in the other room and tell this patient he has brain cancer. I'm a doctor.
Oh shit. Okay, I think I gotta hop off, you guys.
Okay, see ya.
All right, have a good
I'm
pod.
doing my residency.
Bye.
Bye.
That was a good set, Ryan.
Good set. That was Ryan.
Good set, Ryan.
Okay, we can round this out. If you can't think of a better way of saying sorry to your wife, just help her out with the daily chores. Take responsibility for the house, do the dishes, cook for her, help her with the laundry. All these actions of yours will speak of your feelings and how you are willing to sort things out. In the middle of all this, don't forget to say sorry if you think your wife is in the mood to listen. If not, wait for the right time. Until then, continue helping her in the household chores.
Aren't you just supposed to help with the household chores?
Yeah,
I
this
think
guy
that's the point
sucks.
you were making earlier.
This is an Indian guy who like just got married and he thinks these are all original thoughts. I guarantee you. He's like, have you ever thought about not being a piece of shit?
Wives like that,
Well,
surprisingly.
wives like it when you're not a piece of shit and just doing the bare minimum of apologizing and doing the laundry and cooking. Because it's like, oh, have you heard of this absurd concept of cooking and cleaning?
Yeah.
Fellas, there's this insane idea out there called cooking and cleaning. Maybe do some a little bit and your wife could be happy. This is awesome. I love it.
Yeah, it's also like, you know, it might be a little bit broad, but it's good advice. If you're not doing these things already, like I guess for the demographic who he's writing to, this is a good start.
No, this is like I just like the idea of this being like revolutionary
Yeah.
feminism
guy.
in India right now. Like this is like men reading this are just like, whoa. Holy shit.
They're
But-
fucking outraged.
That'd
Yeah,
be
but-
fun. That'd be some fun outrage. People being like, hold on a second, you want me to
Mhm.
go home and help my wife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is an arranged marriage, not a deranged marriage.
Thank
Okay.
you.
What are you
Thank you.
talking about?
Finally, somebody's saying.
Somebody had to.
So that was that. So listeners, you know, just help your dang wife. You know, surprise her, say you're sorry, and then she'll be the one.
Scare her.
You. Yeah, scare
Yes.
because we all know, you know, what you want out of that sweet apology is them to feel bad in the end. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
That's how you win and crush them.
This is how I win. Okay, it's interesting, Clay. You said you wanted to write some articles about not getting caught smoking weed by your mom. So we have an
I'm good
anonymous
at that.
apology that somebody wrote in that is kind of on that topic.
Great. Well, and then after we get to that, or like,
Yeah.
how long have we been going for?
We're probably like about 40 minutes in.
Awesome. I did hang out with one of our Brooklyn, New York listeners.
Really?
Yes, I want to give her a shout out. I don't know if maybe I don't know. I'll just say her name. I think she's fine with it. Her name's Ryan. It is. Her name's Ryan. You know, she's a Ryan head herself.
Okay.
She came to the heckle mic that I was hosting. She was really sweet. Nice. So I just want to give a shout out to you. You know, coming to little mic I was hosting and listening to the show. Yeah, she was very sweet. So, yeah, shout out to that listener.
Hell yeah.
Also, like most listeners, she had some notes of the show, and I just want to say, every listener I meet, every person I meet who listens to this fucking podcast, they all say something along the lines of, yeah, the show's sometimes bad. Have you thought about making it good? And to answer all of your questions, no, I have not thought about it, and it won't be good. And it will stay bad. So just to settle that right there.
That's that.
That's that. If you ever thought to yourself, hey, the show was good at one point, can it be that also again soon? No, it can't. It's what it is. So,
and Clay, you have a great podcast as well. It's called Who Up. So everybody listen to that. But we know good episodes. It's like catching lightning in a bottle, and we don't even know which ones are good. We put out an episode a couple weeks ago that we all three of us agreed that it was the worst episode we've ever done. And we had more people reaching out about that episode being good than we've had in months. So
I literally don't know. I don't know.
It's probably better if we don't try and make it good.
Yeah, it's like you just kind of have to go. It's like you ever have like a joke, you're like, oh, this is surely gonna do very good on stage. Like I've done it again. I've written a fantastic joke. Bombs horribly. You're like, oh, I'll throw this at the wall, see if it sticks. And it just like kills immediately. And you're like, cool. I guess I don't really understand anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was very sweet. But like literally every listener does this. They go like, yeah, you guys are you're and they don't say this. They're like way nicer about it. But they're like, yeah, this is what I hear though. They go, yeah, you guys are just sometimes bad. And have you thought about not being bad? And then I have to look them dead in the eye and go like, it's crossed my mind, but it's not going to happen. So that's that.
Whenever people ask me if my podcast is good, I tell them no.
Yeah.
But I tell them that they should listen to it anyway.
Dude, I actively tell people, they're like, oh, I keep seeing clips of your podcast. It seems kind of funny. I'm gonna listen to it. And then I go, yeah, just don't like. And we need more listeners, like we really do. And I'm like literally going like, yeah, it's in your best interest not to do that.
That's how having a podcast is.
Yeah,
it's all being embarrassed to do it, but then committing time to it every day.
But like liking it a lot too.
It's always fun when you're doing it. But it can be like daunting to just riff out an hour like once a week. I know it doesn't sound like it, but if you just did this once a week for 2 years, you might run dry one or 2 weeks.
Dude, I'm leaving work today, and they're like, "What are you gonna get up to tonight?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I might do an open mic." And they're like, "Yeah." Like we're like, "What else?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I got to record my podcast." And then I immediately wanted to jump off a bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
no, it's exactly like that. It's like, yeah, I gotta go do this thing. I gotta record oh shit.
Does anyone have a gun? I would like to use it to kill myself.
I will purchase it with a check.
Yeah, can
I hate when people ask what it's called after you say that you do one. And it's like, oh, I got to tell you what it's called.
Yeah, it's called Indian King of Queens, Oh, just what about a guy who buys a gun with EBT card,
Yeah, you can't get hot food with it, but you can get a gun.
He goes to the gun store and he's like, yeah, y'all take EBT here. All right.
It's, maybe people don't like us complaining about podcasting on the podcast, but you know what? It was
Sorry.
a week online
Oh, my
for
God.
male podcasters. We were getting dragged all over the damn place.
You're in the metaverse, so okay. If we're getting meta on the pod, wait, why are people online getting dragged for the
Just,
for
it was
being
just- there was a handful of snarky tweets in the zeitgeist this week of like every man thinks that he needs to put a microphone in front of his face.
I saw a fun one. I saw a good tweet that was like, you know how like 5 years ago we were all making ironic jokes about women be shopping, or I mean this has been going on since the 80s, but
Yeah.
like it's like that's what women are doing when they're making fun of guys with podcasts. It's just men be podcasting, women be shopping. It's fun. We do dumb shit.
The male urge to podcast. It's
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's okay. It is stupid and it's okay. Yeah. Anyways,
You're right.
that you just put that matter to bed, dude.
Yo.
it's stupid and it's great.
It's okay, and maybe not good, but
Maybe not.
it's fine.
Who's to say? Not me.
I enjoy it.
It's fun.
It's good time.
Tell your friends.
But yeah, do we have the anonymous listener?
We do.
inserted?
Okay, if you want to submit your own, go to grantwinklescomedy.com/wecoolpodcast to submit or demand your own anonymous apology.
And if you want to DM me something nice, you're always welcome to. I always throw that out there.
Now that Ryan's not here, why don't you send something nice to
If you ever want to DM me and just go, "Hey, what's up, man?" I'll say what's up. So,
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna right now. Okay. I'd like to demand an apology from some asshole at a Cub Foods, the one in St. Anthony, that called the cops on me and made my friends like 10 years ago. That called the cops on me and my friends like 10 years ago when we were in high school. So this is a Cub Foods is a grocery store in Minnesota. If you're not,
the one in St. Anthony, Maine, around there.
There's one. It's like
Is this the Uptown
Boulevard. No, it's over like northeast. Almost.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
That Culver's over there.
Yeah.
Okay. My friends and I were stopping at the Cub on Silver Lake Road for some refreshments pretty innocently. I don't even remember what we bought or did there, but it was highly uneventful. Later that evening, after we went our separate ways, my parents got a call from the St. Anthony Police Department informing them my mom's car had been seen at the Cub Foods and someone was rolling a joint inside the car.
Ooh.
Yeah. Fucking snake out there.
Oh.
Weed is bad.
You're telling me, man.
That's why I smoke it every day, dude.
I'm a fucking bad boy.
Fucking badass.
Bad as hell.
Okay, now this was fucked up because no one had rolled a joint in the car while we were at Cub.
Nerds not smoking weed.
Oh yeah, goody two shoes.
Sounds like some pussies to me. Ooh.
And then but we had smoked a bowl in a park much earlier in the day, but not nearby.
Okay, ooh, cool again. They're cool. They were not.
Ooh.
Now they're cool again. Oh shit.
This
We're
is
back.
a fucking roller coaster.
Whoa, it's like it starts out. It's like first off, not smoking weed. Now we're smoking weed. Now we're not smoking. It's like, what's going on here? You know
Smoking
what I mean?
bowls, rolling joints. Also, my parents were not aware. Okay, hold on. Yeah, we had smoked. Also, my parents were not aware that I had been smoking weed in high school, and it created some unnecessary tension between us because I vehemently denied the claim. But
Yep.
neither he or my parents knew why someone would make it up. Sounds like you got this. This sounds like you got like swatted by an enemy.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like a.
Yeah.
This guy's been lurking in the shadows.
You got this listener's got shooters after him
Yes.
actively.
Yeah, you got an op, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So it looked pretty obvious that I was lying, but I was.
Yeah.
But
I remember showing up to my house just like so high and be like, Mom was like, "You're high right now," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Just like such a fucking idiot. Just like literally me being like 5'3", like maybe 95 pounds, in a Supreme camp hat. I was like, "You're high on weed," and I'm like, "Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, sounds like someone's stupid, and it's you. Okay, it's you, Mom.
Eyes are just in bright red.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looked like I was lying, but I wasn't. Except when my dad asked if I smoked weed, and I denied it. But that wasn't honest. But oh well. Yeah. So I mean, this is weird because you're not lying, but you are. You know, you're denying smoking weed, even though you were smoking weed. It's just not in the situation that you're being accused of. Anyways, this person should apologize for both telling the cops something that wasn't true and for also wasting everyone's time. But I will say, wasting a cop's time is not a waste of time, in my opinion.
Wasting police time is cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's but yeah, you should not report anybody to the cops ever for anything.
No, unless they're being a jackass. Like if someone called the police and said that I was smoking weed in my car, I'd call the police on that guy for lying to the police.
Yeah, this guy's
he's being a fucking bitch.
This guy sucks. You should go get him.
Yeah, this guy. Yeah, abolish, police, and no one should get arrested and stuff like that, except people who suck.
Yeah,
it's prison should just be full of snitches
and Karens. Yeah.
It shouldn't. Yeah, abolish prisons for everyone else, but just keep it for pussies.
Like what?
Yeah,
what type of
like
people?
some pussy ass, like Karens and fuck. Is there like a guy version of Karen? Because this or whoever called.
Bro,
anyways,
Karen is sexist as hell, man. What the heck, dude? I've never.
Female Karens and male Karens. Karens.
What about non-binary Karens, Tommy?
They can go into prison too. I don't care. If you're snitching,
put them in jail.
You're in jail, dude. I don't want to see you out here in the Cub Foods parking lot.
Damn, that's gonna be like a thing one day. We're gonna have non-binary prisons.
And this is what Hillary Clinton fought for.
Please, Judge, send me to non-binary prison. I heard they're nicer over there.
I'm at they-them prison.
Please send me to the they-them prison, Judge.
They let you have LED string lights.
Oh no, I'm being sentenced to 15 years in they-them prison. Fuck.
Okay. Yeah, they said even if someone was rolling a J in the car, who cares? No one wants to know. Even the cops said they weren't going to do anything about it besides calling the owner of the car and letting them know. Even that seemed excessive. Yeah, why are you fucking calling the? Come on.
Yeah, don't call this. Yeah, this apology is justified. It's good. It's a good apology.
Mm-hmm.
It's written really well. I just want to give a shout out to this listener for writing a great apology. And yeah, this person sucks. They should fucking be minding your. Remember, okay, but this person said this was like 10 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Remember, weed used to be like bad. Like when I started smoking weed, so this is which was like 10 years ago, maybe a little more, or whatever. When I was like 14 or something like that.
Bad boy.
Yeah.
A bad boy. It was like bad. It was like scary. It was like, let's go into an alley. Let's go into like the woods. Let's do this. And now like I'll be I'll just be walking on the street and I'll see like a bunch of 13-year-olds like smoke weed on a corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it's just legal everywhere. So it's like no one really gives a shit anymore. But yeah, it used to be high stakes. People forget about that.
It used to suck sitting in some guy's piece of shit like Toyota Corolla.
Yeah.
And like waiting for someone to hand you a bowl that had just someone else's just wet mouth all over it.
And it was
and just like bad
all ash
shitty weed.
Now you can just buy a fucking pen.
Dude, I remember I was just thinking about this the other day. There was a guy in a trailer park in the town where I grew up, and he was like probably in his mid-20s. And sometimes we would go there and pick up weed from this guy, and it was just like known that he like had a shotgun and stuff. And it's like, Thinking back, it's like, dude, there were police watching that trailer. Like, there's just no doubt in my mind about it. Like,
well, yeah, because back in the day, like the same guy to pick up weed from was the same guy to pick up heroin from. It was just one guy who had all the things.
Yeah, and also the fucking guy who has like carloads of fucking 13 to 17-year-old kids cycling through his fucking trailer every day, all day. It's like, what the.
Yeah. Hey, is there anything suspicious about this 28-year-old guy's trailer where 15-year-old kids keep walking in and out of? Is there anything weird going on? I was thinking about that because like I've been doing a little weed lately because Dana has like weed shit, you know, around the house, you know, and if I'm trying to take it easy on the booze, like I'll just like, you know, pop like a half edible, and I'm like, oh, and I'm discovering again, I'm like, oh, I actually like being a little high. You know, like even when we were in that hotel room on the road, you gave me a little bit of like an edible or something like that. And I'm like, oh, this is nice. You know, because like we were taking easy on the booze that night. Yeah. You know, we just had like a few cocktails and then we're like, nah, let's get a good night's sleep. And I'm like, ooh, this is nice. Like just nice feeling. And I haven't been smoking weed for so long because I just don't want to hit a guy up, you know? Yeah. Like I don't want to text anybody and have a conversation. That was always the worst part. Like I'm convinced if they sold heroin at bodegas, I would just do it, you know?
Oh yeah.
Like if any drug,
heroin, right?
People keep making all drugs should be legal arguments, and I'm like, I do agree with that in the sense that like no one should go to prison, but I'm like, for me, if there was a heroin store, I would die. I do.
Well, I think
I'd
go into cardiac arrest if they had a cocaine store, dude.
I would just go, let's
fun.
Yeah, let's see what's
going
on.
Let's just do opiates.
You like to say that something like that would work in America, but just imagine the fucking tidal wave of opioid overdoses that would happen the day they legalize fucking heroin here. I mean, I guess maybe it wouldn't even register that much because so many people die of that shit anyways. Every fucking dumbass.
So unfortunate.
I'm like mostly joking. Like I don't think, but like if I was like drunk and I'm going home, I'd be like, should we get a little bit? Should we? It's right outside.
Yeah.
Let's go into the bodega. Let's get some Modelo's. Maybe some hair. We're not gonna inject, just a little heroin to sniff. I don't see.
Yeah, you're right. That would be too ezy.
It would be so easy, and it would be so fun.
People are like, "Ooh, let's make all drugs legal," and it's like, I get what you're saying. You don't want anyone to go into prison for drugs. Sucks. That's bullshit. It always has been bullshit. It always will be bullshit. But do we need me on heroin? Is that what society needs? Because that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're saying. If you're saying make all drugs legal, you're saying. You're telling me to go to work on heroin, and that's what I'm hearing. Sorry, that's what I'm hearing.
You're fucking breaking it down today, Tom.
Sorry to come at you guys.
I'm fucking loving it, dude. I think the argument is that it's like the black market itself is what creates the lifestyle, you know? So if it were legal, the people who are already on heroin are going to have a much better existence and probably, you know, not be homeless type.
Yeah, and get help and stuff like that, and like just therapy and all that stuff. But on the flip side, you'll also have me in Starbucks on heroin fucking up my order for the barista. You'll have me passing out on the counter at Starbucks and everyone getting really pissed off at me. And also, I will still have a job. And they're like, God, what is this? Who is this homeless? And you're like, oh, no, that guy works down the street, actually. We know him.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea of there's just being like heroin dispensaries. And you know, like a guy walks in, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll get a little heroin gummy."
Yeah, a little heroin. No. But the heroin dispensaries are they'll be a little different though, because you know weed dispensaries like, oh, this is like blueberry kush, this is orange fire whatever, you know, and then like you'll go into the heroin dispensary and they'll just be like, it's just heroin, it's all
just the one.
The guy behind the counter is passed out. You have to wake him up with a bucket of water.
There's a bucket of water on the counter, like a bell.
No. No, there's free cocaine to give to the guy behind the counter to wake. There's free adrenaline and cocaine that you have to give the guy to then sell you.
That's
This is a good idea.
America. That's the socialists want.
That's my socialist America.
I support them.
Yeah. Should be. This all sounds fucking great.
That's gonna be my job in the commune.
Yeah,
the heroin dealer.
Hey, you need a guy who's gonna, you need a, I don't know, blacksmith, a guy who's a carpenter.
Mm-hmm.
And then you need a heroin dealer.
Those days in the salt mines are long. Why not get some good rest? Relax a little.
Yeah.
Sleep. Shit, man.
That used to be because I was talking to a comic. Sorry, just one more thing. But like I was talking to a comic about like reading like William S. Burroughs and like Beat Generation like shit like when I was in college, and William S. Burroughs, he had like a, I don't know, Naked Lunch or Junkie, I forget which book it was he wrote, but like it's just, like he was just like going around New York in like the 40s and he's doing heroin and stuff like that, and you could just go to the drugstore in the 40s and buy heroin, and the only reason you couldn't anymore is if you did too much. And people were like, yeah, you're doing too much. You can't do it. But otherwise, you could, if you're doing a good amount, if you were being you could just like go into a drugstore and be like, yeah, I'll have one heroin, please. And they would hook you up, which is pretty wild.
Bring that back.
That's what
maybe it should be brought back. Maybe the people would be responsible. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying about like the black market thing. I think in the places where it's legal, people, they say the usage or whatever goes down, but it's like, I think people are still getting high on heroin, but they're just like living their life, like somebody who drinks or something. It's like they still go to work and have a job, but they can like get clean, apportioned heroin so that they can maintain their addiction, which I don't.
It is really funny. I feel like we're gonna look back at like now, because like when my coworker, because I'll have coworkers who show up to work like high, but they're high on weed, and everyone's like, oh, so-and-so's high. That's funny. Right. But like, but I feel like we might look back on this in like 20 years and be like, yeah, isn't it insane? Everyone was like smoking weed at like their second graders, like theater play, like parents were just like doing weed gummies.
No, I don't think they were going to get to that point because like the culture is in such arrested development right now that nobody's going to age past like 30 anymore.
Yeah.
Like
you're just kind of stuck being 30.
We all have fucking tattoos. We smoke weed all day. And it's like, yeah, I
love saying fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a fucking podcast.
Yeah. A bunch of fucking.
They're right.
I love saying fuck, dude. I'll fucking say it all night.
No, but you were talking about like how it's funny when there's a guy who's high at work, and you guys are like, oh, it's so funny. But like if all these other drugs were legal, it's like, oh, Tyler's passed out in the bathroom.
He's
like
on heroin. Oh, he's
mouth.
kooky. He's.
Where's the server? And it's just he's passed out like in the back room.
Yeah, he's passed out. What do you?
Yeah,
you're just like completely nodded off at the fountain soda machine.
Just fucking noided, dude.
Yeah,
Coke.
Yeah,
it's so funny to me.
Oh man, fucking you guys know Alan Strickland Williams?
Yeah,
he's a comedian. He's got a good Twitter, and he's had some really. He's a good one-liner comedian, good joke writer. He's got this joke where he goes, people always like to say, "Oh, Coca-Cola used to have cocaine in it." You can still put cocaine in your Coca-Cola. Yeah, his verbiage is probably a lot better, but he's like, you just buy cocaine, put it. I do it all the time. It's great. Like.
Oh man.
Oh man.
That's good.
That would be fucking awesome. Well, that's probably a good ending point right there.
Yeah. This was a really fun one.
Yeah.
I had man, never mind. I had a couple things we should talk about I don't know, is this bullshit? We should talk about this next episode, but like, did you hear about like the West Elm Caleb thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard about it a little bit.
Yeah, I just kind of like figured out what it was like a few days ago because I kept seeing it. But you know, when you see a Twitter trend, you're like, this is stupid and I'm mad and I'm not getting into it.
Yeah.
But then it
Yeah.
just like seeps into your like fucking zeitgeist. It's just like around everywhere.
I'm trying to do that with Wordle. I'm trying to just fucking like have a complete Iron Dome.
Yeah, I'm not.
I
I
started
did.
doing it,
You
and
did?
I
It's
don't,
fun. The
but I
problem with
don't
Wordle
post
is
it
good.
because I'm not a freak.
Thank
No,
you.
but the problem with Wordle is I did my coworker's Wordle because she was like, you should just try it. And I'm like, when you do get it right, you're like, this is so good. I love it.
Yeah,
I
because
feel
you're just
I feel like
picking.
a smart good boy, you know?
Yeah, because you're just picking like 5 random letters in any random
You're right. Don't
configuration.
ever post that though, please.
But
No,
I'm
never,
trying not
fuck
I'm
no.
trying not to get in the Wordle either because I'm like, I just don't need another thing. But maybe because like the Westham Caleb thing kind of has to deal with like apologies and stuff.
Okay.
Or demanding apologies. So maybe next episode we can get into that a little bit if we want to do like a.
Yeah, well, I don't know about it.
Yeah,
Want to take us through it?
I'll take here. How about this? I'll do a deep dive on it, and then I'll
Yeah.
take you through it. I'll take you and Ryan through it, and you guys stay as far away from it as possible so you can
yeah.
comment on it with fresh eyes.
And then
Okay.
you should demand that the women apologize for doxing them.
Well, I think they should. That's actually my. I'm not lying. I think
I agree.
I think the women really fucked up, and I don't even necessarily think it's their fault. I just think this is more of like a fault on like culture itself.
Yeah.
But that is because they're kind of more or less demanding an apology from this guy without getting into it too much. If you already know, if you're like super online, you probably already know what I'm talking about. And then, but I think the women should apologize, for like doing a disservice to words like gaslighting and whatever. And I'll get into that later,
Gotcha.
but maybe put a pin in that for next episode. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Anything you guys want to plug? Clay, you got a live date coming up, right?
I do. I got I don't even know. I know. So our podcast, Two Up, we've got a live show February 25th at the Crane in
Let's
Minneapolis.
go to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you want to come and see me and my 2 idiot friends do something, I'm doing that.
It'll be fun.
Clay's
Do I have any other dates?
hilarious. Cave is really funny. Chris is hilarious. I love your guy. Everything you guys like post. So go see them. Go see 3 funny idiots. Have a good time on stage.
Yeah. And Clay, you're doing the Fair State show.
Yes.
That Courtney Bach and myself run at Fair State Brewing in Northeast Minneapolis. That's February 6th. So if you're listening to this the day it comes out, it's going to be this Sunday. Come see that. I'm also in Grand Forks, East Grand Forks at the Prohibition. If you're listening from when you saw Ryan up there a couple of weeks ago, I'm going to be at that same venue. I'm not really sure what it's called on February 5th, I believe, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure.
If you're listening to this
this Saturday, February 5th.
Awesome. If you're listening to this today, I'm at the Nook in Brooklyn. I'm running 10 minutes. I got a lot of new jokes. So if you, whatever. I don't know. If you've seen me in the past in New York, I have some new shit that I'm excited about. And then February 8th, I'm opening for Gary Goldman at Revision Lounge in the East Village. Finally figured out a date for that one. So I'm going to be like one of, 4 comics, on that bill, doing time before the great Gary Goldman goes up.
Yeah.
He just sold out.
That rules.
I think the Beacon Theater or something like that. So he's awesome. He's a great comic. If you don't know who he is, look him up. He's one of the best joke writers. And then I'm on another show February 12th. I forget where. It's Dan Wick's show. If you guys know Dan Wicks on Twitter, I'm doing his show February 12th. I'll post about it on Instagram. So yeah, just follow me there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's the damn show. Clay, you got anything else? Grant, anything else?
I just wanted to say RIP to my friend Keith. He was a listener to the podcast. My friend passed away a couple weeks ago, and I miss you, buddy. So
I'm sorry about that, man. I didn't know that.
It's all good. Well, it's not, but you know, he was a great dude. Loved the podcast, so we brought him some joy, and yeah, that's a good thing. Rest in peace, brother.
Damn, rest in peace, Keith. That's really sad. Shit. Sorry, man. If you want to talk about that, we can chat about that a bit.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, but yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Clay, thanks for being on the show. We
Thanks
fucking
for
love you,
having
man.
me.
Go see Clay at the Crane. He's
Fair
just
State.
And at Fair State.
Free show, always fun.
Awesome. For Grant Winkles, Clay Parks, I'm Tommy Bear, and for Ryan Call. And you're listening to the We Cool podcast. Thank you.
Bye bye.